That outdoor air conditioning unit sitting in your side yard right now, the one surrounded by grass clippings and cottonwood fluff, is running up to 10% harder than it should be on every single cooling cycle. The unit isn't broken. It isn't the wrong brand. It's dirty. And the fix is a garden hose. Your contractor knows this. He also charges $100 to $250 to spray that same hose. That's number one on this list, and it's the reason I made this video. Here's what I found when I started pulling actual energy data on summer cooling costs. This isn't one overlooked maintenance task. 5 specific problems are inflating your summer electric bill, and every single one either has a free fix, a $20 fix, or a fix your contractor has been quietly upselling you on for years. 3 of these you can handle this weekend with tools you already own. By the end of this video, you'll know the 5 biggest energy drains hiding in your cooling system, the real dollar amounts each one costs you, and the fixes your HVAC contractor won't volunteer because every one of them is revenue he loses. Number 1. Dirty condenser coils. Walk outside and look at your air conditioning unit. Those thin metal fins wrapped around the outside are your condenser coils. Their entire job is dumping heat from your home into the outdoor air. When those fins are packed with grass clippings, pollen, cottonwood seeds, and dust, your system can't release heat efficiently, so the compressor works harder. According to the DOE's Federal Energy Management Program, a dirty condenser that pushes condensing temperature up just 10 degrees cuts cooling capacity by 7%, increases power draw by 10%, and reduces net compressor efficiency by 16%. That's not a rounding error. That's your compressor grinding through extra work every day from May through September. The fix takes 10 minutes. Kill the power at the disconnect box. Grab your garden hose, not a pressure washer, a regular garden hose on a fan setting. Spray from the inside out so the debris exits the way it came in. You'll watch a layer of gray sludge run off those fins, and your system will cycle shorter that same afternoon. $0. And your contractor charges $100 to $250 to do this exact thing. He's spraying the same hose. He just knows you don't know that. Number 2. Your thermostat schedule. Here's what's probably happening in your house right now. The thermostat is set to 68 or 70 degrees, and it stays there all day, even when nobody's home. Your system is fighting solar heat gain through every window and every square foot of roof for 8 straight hours to cool an empty house. The DOE's own guidance says raising your thermostat 7 to 10 degrees for 8 hours a day saves roughly 10% on your combined heating and cooling costs. For a household spending $178 a month on summer electricity, which is the current EIA national average, that's real money back every single month. But here's the part that gets me. A Lawrence Berkeley National Lab study found that roughly 90% of Americans never program their thermostat beyond the factory default. 90%. The contractor installed it, left, and never mentioned the scheduling feature because a properly scheduled thermostat means fewer emergency service calls in August. Tell me that's a coincidence. Number 3. Duct leaks. This one is worse than the thermostat because it's invisible. Energy Star's own data says the typical American home loses 20 to 30% of its conditioned air through leaky duct joints. You're paying to cool air that never reaches your living room. And where are those ducts running? Through your attic, where summer temperatures hit 120 to 150 degrees. The air you paid to cool to 72 degrees is bleeding into a space hot enough to bake bread. You are air conditioning your attic. Pause on that for a second. Dirty coils, an unprogrammed thermostat, and leaky ducts. Those first 3 are free or close to free to fix, and not one of them shows up on a contractor's maintenance checklist as a line item he teaches you to do yourself. They show up as billable services. That's not a conspiracy. That's a business model. If you've made it this far, subscribe. We cover this every week, and the list doesn't get shorter. The fix for accessible duct joints is mastic sealant or foil-backed fact tape from any hardware store, not cloth duct tape, despite the name. The DOE says it directly. Never use cloth duct tape on ductwork because the adhesive dries out and fails. A tube of water-based duct mastic runs $8 to $15. A roll of foil tape runs about the same. Climb into your attic, find the joints where duct sections connect, and seal every one you can reach. For the runs you can't access, a professional duct seal costs more, but the joints you can reach are a Saturday afternoon and a $20 trip to the hardware store. Drop in the comments if you've ever actually checked your attic ductwork. I'll be in there. Number 4. Undersized return air. This is one of the most common problems technicians and home inspectors report in older homes. Your cooling system needs to pull air back in at the same volume it pushes out. When the return grill is too small, the system starves. It creates negative pressure inside the ductwork, the blower works harder, and the evaporator coil gets colder than it should. You get weak airflow, rooms that won't cool, and a system that never stops running. Same symptoms as a dirty filter, but no filter change fixes it because the opening itself is the bottleneck. A contractor can cut in a second return grill for around $200 to $750, with the national average sitting around $350. But here's the question you ask. If your contractor replaced your system and didn't evaluate whether the return air was sized correctly for the new unit, that tells you something about how thorough that installation really was. Number 5. The refrigerant top-off myth. If a contractor tells you your system is a little low on refrigerant and charges you for a top-off, understand what he's really saying. A properly installed central air system is a sealed loop. Refrigerant doesn't evaporate. It doesn't burn off. It doesn't need topping up like engine oil. If the charge is low, there is a leak. Adding more refrigerant without finding that leak is a temporary patch. You'll be low again next summer, and he'll charge you again. R410A runs about $50 to $90 per pound installed right now in 2026, with 75 being typical. Wholesale, that same refrigerant costs about $16 to $20 per pound. And those prices are climbing 40 to 60% since the AIM Act production cuts kicked in January 2025. The real fix is a leak detection test, which runs $100 to $330 depending on the method. That might cost more upfront, but it solves the problem once instead of billing you every summer for a Band-Aid. The industry itself calls annual top-offs a red flag. Ask your contractor whether he's fixing the leak or feeding it. So here's where you are. 5 energy drains. 3 of them cost you nothing or close to nothing to fix yourself this weekend. Hose down the condenser, 10 minutes. Program your thermostat, 5 minutes. Seal the accessible duct joints, $20 in an afternoon. And those numbers aren't contractor estimates. The efficiency figures come from the DOE's Federal Energy Management Program. The duct loss data comes from Energy Star. The thermostat savings come from the DOE Energy Saver Program. Your energy bill isn't a fixed cost, it's a maintenance score. And you just learned how to read it. YouTube thinks you'll like one of these 2 videos next, so tap whichever one grabs you. And if you made it to the end, you already know this isn't the channel that tells you what you want to hear. It's the one that tells you what your contractor won't. Subscribe, you'll want to be here next week.